Welcome back. Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler on the hot seat at a Senate hearing yesterday. Gensler defending his cryptocurrency policy against charges that they lack clarity and called for more funding and more resources for the agency. Joining me right now is Prochain Capital President David Tawil. David, it's great to have you this morning. Welcome back. What did you hear from SEC Chair Gary Gensler yesterday with regard to new regulations coming to crypto?
So first off, Maria, Gary Gensler made the very clear point that the SEC's job and the SEC's turf is gigantic. It covers 38 of the world's capital markets here in the United States, which is a huge portion. There are 28,000 registered entities, 3.7 thousand broker-dealers, many securities exchanges. So Gensler needed to go ahead and make the case that he needs more resources, capital and human. And he went down a laundry list of very, very intricate areas of securities that he needs these resources in order to go ahead and tackle. And with respect to cryptocurrency in particular, he gave a laundry list of things that he would like to go ahead and regulate. The issuance of tokens, trading in exchanges, lending against crypto assets, and so forth. And so therefore, he simply laid out a bunch of topics. The only thing of substance, Maria, that he said with respect to the SEC's relationship with crypto assets is the fact that he invited participants of the crypto community in to talk to the SEC, which I think is a positive thing.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of headlines. He's calling for more government coordination on stable coins, raising concerns over exchange rebates, stock order payments, risk market inefficiency, said in front of that Senate Banking Committee. And meanwhile, David, the city of Miami voting to access about $5 million worth of Miami coin is the community-driven and Miami-specific cryptocurrency that generates a donation to the city every time somebody mines it. Interesting to see the usages of crypto. And where do you see this going?
Okay, so Maria, the theme is as follows, and this is general for regulatory agencies broadly and also for the SEC. Innovation has gotten out ahead of regulation. What's happening in securities communities generally with respect to equity and debt and SPACs and so forth has gotten out ahead of where the SEC is at. The same is for crypto. And there is so much good innovation, a la the Miami coin. Everyone would agree that the Miami coin, which is going to go ahead and support municipal infrastructure projects, which are beneficial to the entire city of Miami, is a good thing. The problem is the SEC is behind. It does not have rules for this. And frankly, it does not have yet the staffing and, more importantly, the education to develop the rules.
It's such a good point because we go through this all the time. When we see new innovation, the government bureaucrats are not keeping up. They don't really know what Wall Street knows in terms of the uses and the growth prospects for some of these issues. Real quick on China, because now Macau wants government representatives to supervise casino operators. The CCP is cracking down. The latest group that it's cracking down on these Chinese casino companies, and they're all selling off this morning and yesterday. David, what's your thought on investing in Chinese companies right now?
I think that it's a crapshoot. It's impossible to tell where the Chinese government is going to go next. And frankly, Maria, it's impossible to know if they'd make an about face on a moment's notice. So I think unless you have some real, good connections and real good intel, it's an area to stay away from for now.
And these stocks are down 20, 30% right now in the pre-market. David, it's good to see you. Thanks very much, David.